Hey there! It's very important for the front-end developer to be on the crest of IT wave, to be on the trend. So let's learn something new from CSS, JavaScript, performance and interviewing. I'm Nikhil and you're watching the good parts of the front-end development. Alex Rauschmayer published on the LinkedIn a recap of new JavaScript features. This book is called Exploring ES 2016 and ES 2017. It covers all features in a short way with small, useful examples. Do you think about accessibility while working on the markup? Guys from eBay do. They published on a Gitbook a comprehensive paper which contains front-end coding patterns and anti-patterns that will assist developers in building accessible e-commerce web pages or widgets. It describes the best practices, content and behavior, contains examples. Additionally, take a moment for the area reference section. Recently, I experienced it with lags on my laptop. Looked for the reason and mentioned a number of ROMs in runtime. Did you also mention that? Of course you did. Have you ever thought why that was done? I have. Google published a comics book for lazy slowpokes like me and for curious urchins like you. They explained why Chrome works as it works. I believe all of you keep an eye on the Daily JS mailing list, 5 minutes of JavaScript podcast, Mozilla's blog or Google's developers show. However, I would like also mention another two good underestimated resources. Front-end recipes, also known as the Front-End Rescue, it contains the list of cool people in the industry who worth to be followed. Links to the best sources, blogs, mailing list, podcasts, etc. and also conferences. The second one is called JavaScript the Right Way. An author mentioned it doesn't mean the only way to do JavaScript. This is a guide intended to introduce new developers to JavaScript and help experienced developers learn more about its best practices. This is a really good reading even for experienced developers. How do you debug your code? No, really, I'm serious. I came from the backend development, coded in assembler and C. It's barely impossible to work without debuggers. Okay, it's possible. Just very inconvenient. We couldn't get such impressive things we obtained with wonderful development tools. I thought this question was closed in 2007, starting from the Fireback era. However, recently I saw others and logged to the console again as the only one available tool. Do you use others too?
Let's look at the very basic case. You have a simple project with plain JavaScript ES5 and CSS without preprocessors. Chrome Developer tool could be opened by pressing a F12 key or by inspecting a DOM element on this page. Here you can change everything. An inner text, for example, or edit CSS properties. In case of error, DevTools show it. All changes are shown on the fly. You can see and even change an elements box model. In the list of computed properties, click on any leads to an according file with styles. Styles could be disabled or enabled and you can see a new rendered page instantly. In the source are scripts. You can set a breakpoint almost anywhere. For example, I put it here, a click handle. Now, when this event occurs, I can trace a code. I'm able to see the current values of variables. I can add them to the watch list and see details. I can switch to the console and see the value of variables here also. You can see a value of an expression by selecting it. You can trace the code by steps, one by one, and see changes of values. To dive deeper, I recommend you an article about debugging JavaScript in Chrome Developer Tools by Ganga, published in Scotch. It covers breakpoints, stepping, scopes, etc. Additional tips for debugging you can find in Badu's technical blog, like DOM breakpoints or hooking into native methods.
So, if we start talking about Chrome development tools, I highly recommend you to look through the DevTools digest from the Google development team. It's really amazing. This spring, Sonya Moisset wrote a post on Medium about 3 ways to reverse a string in JavaScript. Reverse a string with built-in functions, reverse a string with a decrementing for loop, reverse a string with recursion. It's funny, exactly this question I had heard when I have been interviewed on the front-end position in the first time. It's still actual. I believe your professional productivity is impossible without your personal productivity. It's a way from time management to life management. Chris Bailey from alifeofproductivity.com posted a self-performance list with 100 hacks about personal productivity, how to get more time you have, become healthier and more focused. It keeps mind and attention hacks. You probably will not implement all of them. I did not. However, this is another good point to develop yourself. Yesterday I asked Google find me a picture with the only one question that matters. One phrase captured my attention. If you were not offered money or any benefit for this job, would you still do it, and why? It's a good question. A perfect moment to step aside and think for a while. Would you? Would I? Yes, I would. I will. I'm a programmer and I adore my job. I started programming when I was 6 years old and I continue to improve my skills in my free time. Programming is my hobby. So yes, I will. However, in 3 months I run away of money, so I would definitely monetize my hobby. Anyway. This is all for this week. Thanks for watching and keep going.
You